My name is Hasshu and I am a director and programmer at ZZ Studio. ZZ Studio is a games development company. We started that around 2.5 years ago, and it first started off with making mobile apps, mainly games, and then we moved forward into actually developing for Nintendo Switch, Xbox, as well as looking into PlayStation. So being an indie developer, there are some ups and downs. Things like financial situations as well as equipment and space, these are the things that we do struggle with. At the moment we have a 3-man team, as I mentioned, and we try to utilize the space as much as we can. At the moment we've been working from each other's bedrooms and things like that. But things like finance is also another issue. We try to work outside of what we do here to fund ourselves because we don't have any backing at the moment. But without the drive and the passion, we wouldn't be able to do this. That's what drives us the most to get to our end goal, and then going to things like Insomnia, which we're going to in the next couple of days, as well as the events that we've been to before. This really does help us to realize that people do really appreciate the things that we do and the hard work that we put into the games that we make. InOps is a game that we've been working on for the last 2.5 years, and we've come to a point where Insomnia is going to be one of the last events that we go to where we can have a full-on bug test and make sure that everything is up to scratch. There will be some bugs that we are going to face during the course of the event, so I will have to go back and try and fix them overnight, ready for the next day. But this will be the last opportunity, or one of the last opportunities, to make sure everything is correct before we actually go ahead and release the game.
So I'd describe myself as your typical casual gamer really. I played like the most mainstream games, which is like Call of Duty, FIFA, and at the moment I play Fortnite, which I play most of the time now. It's probably the biggest game at the moment, which everyone's playing. So that's the game I play the most. So obviously I went to Insomnia for the first time this year. It was in Birmingham, and it was such a great experience. It had like the main games there, which is like Fortnite, where they had a massive stand. People could play on the big screen in massive crowds, and then they had like the FIFA stand, Rocket League stand, and Call of Duty World League. So I went to the indie zone as well, where there's just like loads of people there showcasing their games that they've made, and normally just a few developers making those games, compared to like the big games like Fortnite, where they have a massive company making it for them and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really fun. I came across a game called InOps, which was really addictive and fun to play. It's just made by a couple of developers with a really low budget, but overall it was very similar to like the big games, as it was really fun to play, kept you entertained. It was really addictive as well. It was really nice to see so many indie games and developers there at Insomnia, because obviously they wouldn't get as much as recognition compared to the big games, but by putting them in Insomnia, people are going around playing them, and they can get themselves out there and get themselves known for when they release their game.
So we just finished our 4-day event at Insomnia. It went really well. We had loads of people coming over and giving us some really positive feedback. We did have some issues with the game, but they weren't too major. We went back and fixed those for the next day, and most of the time we did get them fixed. There were some bugs which require a little bit more time to get them fixed, but the whole point of this event is to find out any things that we need to go over and fix again, and it's just made us a bit more prepared for when we actually go ahead and release. So events like these are really helpful for us to find out whether there is anything that we can improve on, and every time we've been before, including this Insomnia one, we've had some really good feedback, and people do come back again and again to come and play it again. So that's a really good reaction from the game. So now we're just getting to the point where we're going to fix up all of the bugs that we've spotted during the event, and then prepare ourselves for the release. So fingers crossed all of that will go well, and hopefully soon, within the next coming months, we'll release the game.